Reports of bedbugs are emerging from new parts of the country amid concerns a plague of the blood-sucking critters in France has reached the UK. Residents in Wiltshire have thrown out mattresses and sofas after discovering infestations in their homes, while a toddler was left riddled with bites at a Somerset holiday resort. Disgusted commuters and homeowners had already complained of suspected sightings on the London Underground, as well as in Luton in Bedfordshire and Manchester. All God's creatures, but my God, these things are disgusting. That's what they do is they just sort of hang around in beds and then they climb all over you and then they bite you and they suck your blood and that leaves you with itchy rashes. It's all down to the French. We can't stop the boats, we can't stop the migrants, and now we can't stop the bedbugs. I mean, France. Can't we stop anything coming out of France? It really is a bit of a disgrace. But the bedbugs are coming. They are here. I always thought, by the way, because I had a guest on this show a couple of weeks ago, I always thought they were invisible to the human eye. You know, bedbugs. Here's a microscopic picture of them. Oh, they're disgusting. Well, actually, they're not. They're quite, you tend to say, oh, massive. Well, they're about that big. They're not massive, but they are very much visual. You can see them. They are there, crawling around. There they are. That's exactly what I saw, and I recoiled in horror. They're just one of those creatures. You mustn't blame creatures for their existence, but they're just one of those creatures whose lives appear to me to be completely disgusting. I was discussing with Jeremy Kyle the other week about the theory of, reincarnation. You know, you live a bad life, you come back as some sort of rubbish insect or something. You live a good life, you come back as an angel. If you live a really, really bad life, trust me, folks, you'll come back as a bed bug. And what kind of a life would that be? Bed bugs. I mean, I guess they've always been with us. They've always been with us. They are a fact of life. They're the kind of thing you don't want to think about. But suddenly, they're an infestation. Why does everything get worse? Everything keeps getting worse. So you go, oh, my God, there's this invasion of bed bugs. Then somebody says, oh, have you heard about the Chinese mitten crabs? It's like, what? Anyway, this is another invasion, obviously from China, of these crabs. They are the size of dinner plates, you know. Massive, great things. They're called mitten crabs. We've got hairy legs. Anyway, they are embedding themselves in our riverbanks right now. And apparently, they are the worst invasive creature in the entire world. Once these creatures get into your ecosystem is in trouble. That's the problem with these foreign creatures, is they destroy or they make life very difficult for our indigenous creatures. You know, you remember, ever seen a British red squirrel? Red fox? I've seen them, but I haven't seen a red squirrel. Red squirrels used to predominate in Britain. They used to predominate, and then in came the American grey squirrel, and now you hardly ever see a red squirrel. So apparently, Chinese mitten crabs, so cool because they've got these kind of hairy legs, are going to cause havoc with our indigenous ecosystem. They are incredibly frightening, incredibly massive. But the good news is apparently they are extremely edible too. So perhaps in order to stop this invasion of the Chinese mitten crabs, we need to start eating them at a rate of knots. Apparently you can find them right down near your local riverbank. So head there right now and get yourself a Chinese mitten crab and eat it for dinner. You'll be doing good work for the environment.